Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This is video number 1 of 2 as usual now on Younes Talks Football during this transfer window as we come to grips with every single mad story that is happening left, right and centre, Chelsea and non-Chelsea. So make sure you guys are going to stick around for the whole video. In order to know about video number 2 later on, you have to do one thing, which is if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. As well as that, just like they were on screen for you right now, the socials are in the description, so follow Younes Talks Football on Instagram, Twitter and TikTok for extra content and thoughts. Let's get cracking. There's quite a bit to cover here, Chelsea and non-Chelsea, so let's get started. We're going to kick off with this whole Trevor Chalobah story. I'm going to show you what's going on, and I have to say, like I mentioned yesterday, I'm a bit indifferent about a certain thing here, but let's try and break it down and come to some sort of rationale. Let's come to some sort of sense. So here it is. This is the latest from Felix Johnston. We have Chelsea want to sell Trevor Chalobah and are looking for around 25 million. Inter Milan interested and quoted 25 million pounds. Relationship slightly soured between Inter and Chelsea. Chelsea looking at Premier League options. Preferred centre-back target if Trev goes is Mark GUEHI. They've spoken and he's open to a move. Believe price will be around 50 million pounds, but Chelsea haven't asked Palace yet. Goes on to say Chelsea believe they can work fee down for GUEHI and also have a sell-on clause which brings it down. Chelsea have thought about Chalobah going the other way to Palace, which would bring price down. Chelsea have spoken to Fikayo Tomori, but GUEHI seems preferred target. GUEHI is primarily a left centre-back, but Chelsea are aware that in his youth days he has played as a right centre-back and also spoke to him specifically about this, and he didn't have an issue playing on either side. Ah, man, this is weird. This is just weird. I'm not saying GUEHI's a bad defender. He's not, but this is weird. The whole thing is just... Now, Felix Johnston tries to provide some clarity after he put that thread. So let's get to it and let's analyse that, because I feel like the general consensus of this argument is similar to what we're about to see right now. So let's get to it. Right, people going crazy at this. Let's try and break it down. I said in the thread, Chelsea believe they can get the fee down. Let's not even go that far. Let's say 45 million pounds. They also have a sell-on clause, so it would actually end up being around 36 million pounds. 10 million pounds more for a player that is better, he just is, and has other qualities such as leadership. Is it really that bad? This is where I'm a little bit... Let's analyse Trev and Mark GUEHI. Mark GUEHI, I believe, for one thing... maybe why Chelsea are going in his direction, is I think on the ball, yes, Mark GUEHI is superior to Chalobah. On the ball. Whether that's bringing the ball out of the back, whether that's carrying the ball, whether that's being able to dictate with the ball after making a challenge. Those sort of things, yes, I believe GUEHI is more suited than Chalobah, right? But Chalobah has things going his way. I think in terms of height, Chalobah is superior. I think in terms of, if we're talking, not necessarily strength, Mark GUEHI's a good guy, a solid lad. But in terms of just overall ability to get stuck in to challenges, Chalobah isn't weak. He's solid. He's solid. The one thing here is, as a right centre-back, we discussed this yesterday, well, Chalobah is a right centre-back. GUEHI isn't. And can play there, has played there before, but it's just not certain. The thing is, as well, with this situation, is Mark GUEHI left Chelsea Football Club in his first instance because he wanted first-team football. Yes, Fofana is out now, but he's still going to be playing second fiddle to Thiago Silva. Let's remember that, right? Now, Thiago Silva might not be used every single game, so yes, game time might be guaranteed at least for this season, but what happens next season when Fofana comes back? Now, my personal opinion, that's just something that stuck out there, but my personal opinion is I think it's not looking good for Fofana, I'll be real. I'll be completely real. Quality defender there, but I don't think after 1 year out that Chelsea can just lay back and wait and go, yeah, we'll wait for him to come back, knowing that an injury could very well happen again because his body breaks down easy. Very easily. He's injury prone. We have to come to terms with that and admit it. Fofana is injury prone. He was at Leicester. We thought he might not be at Chelsea. This is his second big blow in the space of what? A year and a half that he's been at the club. Do you know what I mean? It's not ideal. Or a year for that matter. But anyway, it's not ideal. It's really not ideal. So when you look at that, we have to, yes, think about the future. And maybe the pathway is when Thiago Silva steps out of the way. If we can't rely on Fofana, or there's a spot right there ready to be taken, and maybe that's what's tempting Marc Guehi. Overall, though, why I said I think Chelsea are heading in that direction is because I think on the ball he's able to play with the ball better than Trevor Chalobah. But does that warrant £50 million? Now, apparently we were looking at Tomori as well. That's an interesting one, because Tomori, a lot of people believe shouldn't have left in the first place. I was one of them. I don't believe he should have left in the first place. There was a pathway for him there. But he did, and he went to AC Milan, and he's done pretty well. So this is the thing. Marc Guehi, Chalobah, I don't think it'd be a disaster if we ended up with Marc Guehi, but I can understand the ones that are saying, well, what's the point? I get it. I understand the whole sentiment of what is the point. You know, when you think physically, you think in terms of height, in terms of strength, yeah, you'd go with Chalobah any day of the week. But in terms of what Chelsea are trying to do, and I get it, if we are trying to get ball-playing centre-backs, yeah, maybe Guehi is better suited. But is he worth paying this much for? To play out right centre-back, not even at left centre-back? I don't know. This is a tough one. It's a tough one. It's a complicated one. And yeah. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts down below in relation to this whole saga. And like I said yesterday, look, if we are going to be getting rid of Chalobah, it's because we have someone else lined up. The problem is that many people have. It's Marc Guehi. So let me know your thoughts down below. And we'll see what happens here. Now, talking about the academy players and whatnot. And you know what? That argument about, we're letting go of an academy player is going to be out the window, because Guehi's an academy player too. So it's basically one in, one out. But Pochettino spoke about this. And I want you to listen. Listen to this, because I couldn't agree more. Let's check it out. Pochettino was asked, do you want an English core in the side with players from the academy? He said the most important thing in all these situations is that players decide to be here at Chelsea. Then if you came from outside or through the academy, it's the same. You need to feel a desire to be here and be committed to Chelsea. If you are not committed to the project, we will find a solution for both sides. I think all the players we have here are committed to helping the team and club be, historically, in the same position Chelsea were. If things happen, no worries, the club will inform. At the moment, there is nothing to say. All the players are here and I'm happy with their attitude and commitment. Can that be said any better? This is my point. People need to get it out of their heads. This is great in terms of getting a talent from the academy and seeing them grow. Absolutely, I've got nothing against that. But at the end of the day, the player needs to be good enough to play for Chelsea Football Club. And I'm not just saying, oh no, he looks somewhat decent. Nah, you need to be good enough to play at Chelsea. We are trying to get ourselves back up to a level where we're winning things again. We're not going to do that. Look, the circumstances of bringing the academy lot, we had a transfer ban when we started this off. We've got to remember that. We had no choice. And it was nice to see, right? But overall, if the player is good enough, whether from the academy or not from the academy, he will find his place at Chelsea. So rest assured. And that is the most important thing. People need to put the club first, not the personal interest in trying to pluck every single possible player at the academy and turn it into a flipping, luggage belt where you're just one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. Oh, they've all got to come through. No, that's not how it works. If they're good enough, much like someone like Reece James has proven, he'll be in the starting 11, without a doubt. But if there's players elsewhere that are better than the crop that we have that we're bringing up from the academy, then we will go for those players. Simple as that. So that's our latest from Poch. Now, let's move to Mohammed Kudus, because we've got news in relation to this from Miguel Delaney. Here it is. Chelsea are leading the race for Ajax's Mohammed Kudus, having so far put together a more convincing package than Arsenal. The Ghana international could go for around 40 mil. This whole Mohammed Kudus story seems to be moving. Again, we'll see, because like I said yesterday, we're hearing about Olise. We've got this. Apparently Shirky isn't dead yet. So, not literally, I mean the deal. Don't... so we'll see. It's because I said, like I said yesterday, it's going to be one of them. So we have to make sure we prioritize and see who is it of them that we're actually going to go for and try and bring to Chelsea. So far, as of right now, it can change very quickly. It seems like it's Mohammed Kudus. We will wait and see what happens. Now, talking about keeping eyes on players, right? Here's the latest on Romeo Lavia. And I've got something to say about Chelsea in this. So check this out. Fabrizio says, understand Liverpool new formal bid for Romeo Lavia is almost ready. Around £42.5 million guaranteed fee plus 2.5 million add-ons up to total 45 million package. Liverpool want to be fast as Chelsea are still interested in Lavia, keeping close eye. Arsenal gone quiet as Thomas could now stay. Do you see what I said yesterday? When I said Liverpool will bring it back up, right? Maybe not to 50. They're going to try and test maybe about, I did say 42 plus 3, 4, 5, somewhere around there. And here we are. We've got a 45 million offer that's about to be made. Southampton are not going to say no to this. Or what, 5 million difference? They'll say yes. They've been relegated. They're in the Championship. They're going to take it. Unless maybe they're going to try one last attempt. Let's try and get 50. No, it's 50. You're Liverpool. Just add 5 more. If it came down to it, though, they'll accept. We've got David Ornstein with the clarity as well. Liverpool set to return with improved offer for Romeo Lavia. Southampton rejected. £37 million opening bid as they seek £50 million package. High chance this deal gets done, although Chelsea retain firm interest. Listen, Chelsea can retain all the interest in the world that they want. And as Fabrizio said, apparently we're keeping a close eye because we're still interested. Well, we can keep all the eyes on Lavia. Do you know what we're going to be seeing with those eyes? We're going to be seeing Lavia with a Liverpool shirt. So, Liverpool, look, I say this as a Chelsea fan. Liverpool, don't feel threatened. We've got business that we're trying to sort out elsewhere. By the time we even start thinking about Lavia will be at Liverpool. It's going to happen. So I think that is now dead in the water, which I'll be honest, now signifies the Caicedo deal even more. Yeah. We need to, as much as I know it's going to take time, but we need to try and get this done as quickly as possible, man. We have to. For the sake of the other targets. It's not for the sake of the Caicedo deal. I'm pretty sure if we went all the way with Caicedo, right, chances are we'd end up with the player. But it's a risk. It's always a risk. There's always a risk. And no matter what you do, there is a risk. And you have to entertain that risk and you have to take it on the chin. The risk could be that nothing happens. But at the same time, the other targets have all moved to other clubs. So, yeah, that's one thing. It's a risk, right? So, we need to see what we're going to do. We need to see what we're going to do in this regard. And at the same time, look, this Caicedo deal shouldn't stop us from getting business done elsewhere, right? Or trying to, bring the cost-benefit ratio into this and weigh it up and think, you know what, if we were to entertain another midfielder for a price that's lower and start thinking about what direction we're actually going to go in if Brighton are going to take too long. That is something we have to do. So a Lavia bid, for example, we have to take into consideration. But I reckon he will go to Liverpool and at that point, we will just go all guns blazing on Caicedo. But that doesn't mean we have to stop business in terms of other positions. This is key, right? If this was early on, before pre-season, then fine. But we're in the midst of getting ready for the new season. Now we are in a position where we have to start looking at the other positions we need, as well as doing business for Caicedo. So in regards to this, let's get into the latest on another position. Chelsea are looking at goalkeepers. Poch doesn't like Kepa's distribution and is getting goalkeeper coaches to work on it. Premier League experience is valued for new goalkeeper, and targets such as Raya, Robert Sanchez, and Emi Martinez remain. Chelsea also like and heavily scouted Anatoly Trubin from Shakhtar. Interesting. Fraser Fletcher, tongue twister, also says the same thing. Sorry, Fraser. Here it is. Chelsea have always been open to a goalkeeper who can challenge Kepa for number one, as I've continually reported. So, we're not looking to get a new number one. We're looking to bring in someone in that's going to compete for the number one. Right? That's a difference. You get a Mike Mignon, for example, he's number one. It's not going to be him. You get someone in that you go, okay, well, he's going to fight for that number one. Let's see who wins. That's the whole thing. So, which goalkeeper are we going to go for? This is a deal that we need to get done alongside trying to get business done for Caicedo. This is one example. So, I'm hoping Chelsea move. These targets that we've just heard, Raya, not the worst goalkeeper in the world, but I think we can do better. Robert Sanchez is actually alright, but it's Brighton. It makes it worse. Emi Martinez, I would actually be happy with. I won't lie. Emi Martinez versus Kepa for the number one spot, I think could be a fair trade. A fair deal. So, there's that. Anatoly Trubin, I'll be honest, don't know much about. So, he's been heavily scouted. We've got information on him. Let's see what happens there. Do you know anything about him? Let me know. If there's any other goalkeeper you think we should go for, please let me know down below. I'm interested because it's looking a bit mad in terms of the goalkeeper situation. We don't have one prime target we're after. We're interested in many, and it's just that seems to be staying that way. You know, so we've got to get a move on in regards to that. We need to hurry. So let's see what happens there. Now, talking about hurrying up, we've got one club that has interest in one of our players, and they need to hurry up. They need to very, very much hurry up. Here it is. This is from Calcio Mercato. Cristiano Giontoli will soon travel to London to hold talks with Chelsea for Romelu Lukaku. The goal will be to arrive at a settlement of the Romelu Lukaku affair, with or more likely without the early sale of Dusan Vlahovic. This is good. This is very good news. Now, he is Juventus representative. So, we got to take that on board now. Juventus are still interested in Lukaku. Okay, everyone keep your mouths shut. Yeah, don't mention anything. Juventus, welcome. Yes, we are happy to talk. Yeah, you want the player. You're making a very good decision here. You're going to have a very good player on your hands. Okay, so with this possibility, even without them getting rid of Vlahovic, they still want Lukaku. Happy days. Let them come to the table. Let's talk. Don't be stubborn. Chelsea have to not be stubborn on this, please. Whatever Juventus try and put on the table. Okay. How about we add a little bit more? Are you okay? Are you open to that? Keep it amicable. If they say no, right? Be like, okay, all right, fair enough. We'll try and add some sort of a little, I don't know, little clause or a sell-on or something, or whatever, yeah? Get whatever you can. And then get rid. Please get rid. Just get rid, right? Whatever you can get, cool, take it and go. That's my message to Chelsea Football Club in regards to Lukaku. Cut the losses. If there's going to be a loss, we might as well just cut it. So that's the latest on Lukaku. Let's see what happens. Hopefully, Juventus. Please, Juventus, please. Hopefully that all goes through. Now, let's move to what is going on elsewhere. And we've got something to say in relation to Chelsea, kind of, after this story. Let's get to this. This is the latest on Mbappé. Big news. Al Hilal delegation in Paris this week as they want to propose their plan to Kylian Mbappé. Chance to join for just 1 year, then leave in 2024. €200 million fixed salary plus commercial deals, image rights up to €700 million. PSG sources still feel he agreed with Real Madrid. PSG at the moment are just like, yeah, they're just I've got to say, they're bitter. They are bitter. Like, they're just like, you agreed with Real Madrid. You know, and they're just doing that the whole entire time. Anyway, the chance to talk with Kylian Mbappé is a big one. Let's see what he's going to decide. It's a massive salary. And as it says there, look, there's the option to leave after 1 year. It's a win-win. It's a win-win situation for Mbappé here. But let's see what he's going to do, because apparently his family are happy to do it. Him, no decision yet. So let's see what he's going to decide. We've discussed this, but let me know down below your thoughts on the whole thing. Now, Brighton. Okay, we're keeping tabs on your activity, yeah? So this is going to impact the Caicedo deal. So here it is. We are delighted to announce the signing of central defender Igor Julio from Fiorentina on undisclosed terms. There you are. Welcome to Brighton and Hove Albion. So you got yourselves a centre-back, eh? Okay, great. I'm happy for you. I actually am happy for you. Leave Levi Colwill alone now, please. He's not for sale. Look, this geezer was for sale. You got him. Levi Colwill, not for sale. You ain't getting him. So can we get this Caicedo deal done, please? ASAP, without having the need to be so persistent, ridiculously and insanely and crazily and mentally derangedly, right? Obsessed with getting Levi Colwill in this deal. It's not going to happen. Forget it. So let's just talk money and Caicedo and get this over the line. Can we? Now, look, the last friendly we had against Brighton, we were both in Philly, yeah? Chelsea were in Philly, Brighton were in Philly, they were all there. Everyone was there. Nothing happened. I don't know why, I don't know how. Now, look, Chelsea are in Atalanta. Atlanta, not Atalanta, that's in Italy. In Atlanta. Brighton are also in Atlanta. Can we please get everyone into the same room and get this done? Everyone's there. What are we waiting for? Us and Brighton. I'm talking about both of us here. What are we all waiting for? Everyone get in one room. Can we sort this out, please? Yeah? Honestly, I don't see why not. Everyone is there. What's holding things up? So let's see how this one is going to go down. But congrats, Brighton, on the defender. I'm legit happy for you. Now, someone I'll never be happy for, but I find this hilarious, is what's happened at Tottenham. What has happened at Tottenham? Now, this could be bittersweet, and I'll explain why, but I put something on Twitter, and I thought it would be wise for me to share. So here it is. This is the history of the Tottenham. First the chaos with Conte, then Paratici getting done, and now the owner. Someone check on Daniel Levy. And it's this, because Tottenham owner Joe Lewis has been indicted in New York for alleged insider trading. We've got more information breaking. British billionaire Joe Lewis, the owner of Tottenham Hotspur, has been charged with insider trading in the USA. Federal prosecutors said an indictment in New York that the 86-year-old passed on inside information from companies in which he was an investor to friends, including his personal pilots and assistants. That is rotten. That is rotten. That's some Wolf of Wall Street stuff right there, man. That's insane. That's insane. 86 years old as well, man. Retire. Go and have a day off. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? But look, this is hilarious in terms of all of us because now Tottenham Hotspur are up in the air. Their owner's been federally charged. Do you know what that means? That's not state charged. That's not, the law of one state. It's the entire United States. It's federal. This is huge. So he could go down. He could go down. And if he does, fair enough. If he's done this, then flipping out. Absolutely incredible. But what happens to Tottenham? Now, this is where it's bittersweet. Because it's funny. It's Tottenham. Ha ha, Tottenham. You guys are screwed. I mean, look, it happened with what Conte done, like I explained. Paratici got done by the Italians and then or by, UEFA and whatnot, FIFA. And now this, right? This is why I said check on Daniel Levy, because as much as we all laugh at Daniel Levy, he seems to be the innocent one. He seems to be the one that's just there like, what's happening to everyone around me? All of you are getting screwed except me. So someone check on him. But Tottenham, look, if something happens to the club, well, you best believe they'll be up for sale. And that's what Tottenham fans want. And if they get up for sale, who's going to buy them? Well, who knows? Maybe maybe Sheikh Jassim decides to shut everything down with United and turn to Tottenham. It can happen. It can very well happen. So this is where it's bittersweet. We've got to be careful what we ask for here. We can laugh for now, much like people were laughing at Chelsea when Roman got shifted, but then we ended up with these lot, and now everyone's like, okay, well, we're not laughing anymore. Well, and this is probably the same situation with Tottenham. If anything, it could be even better with Tottenham. Why? Because they've got everything in place to be a big club if they really wanted to be. This ownership don't care about that club. But if someone gets their hands on Tottenham that really care and are ready to take Tottenham to the next level on a footballing level, they have all the infrastructure, all the resources. They've got an elite training ground, brand new. They've got an elite stadium, hosts events and all sorts. They've even got a go-karting track underneath or something. It's ridiculous. A proper entertainment venue. And on top of that, if they get themselves up to scratch on a footballing level, what's stopping Tottenham reaching, top four, winning trophies and all that, which they're desperate for? It can take them to the next level. So we got to be careful. Got to be careful what we laugh about. Well, that's the latest on Tottenham. Now, if we do want to laugh, have a laugh with this. Full time, Wrexham 3, Man United 1. This happened last night at 3:30 in the morning UK time. So none of us were awake to watch this, unless if you were, then fair play to you. Watching the sun rise while United were getting destroyed. Okay, but again, context. This wasn't Man United's first team. I did look, even though I laughed at the scoreline initially, because we beat them 5-0. Even though we had some kids on the pitch, but Man United had all kids. Like, all kids and reserves. There wasn't any, top name player in that team. Basically, the entire thing was just made up of children. So I understand how they've lost 3-1 to Wrexham there, if it is basically the academy and the reserves playing. So yeah, have your giggles in terms of the result and the scoreline, because no one can change that. But it's pre-season, and this is what trying the reserves and the under-21s is for. So there we are. Context has to be given. Let's see what Man United do when they actually play the big boys. I mean, they did the other night and they beat Arsenal. So there you are. You know, that's context. So there we are, people. Let me know your thoughts on everything that I've discussed in this first video of the day, and I will see all of you later on for video number 2. Make sure you guys are here for that, and to be notified for it, you can only do one thing or two things, which is hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. On top of that, do not forget to catch Younes Talks Football on all the socials: Instagram at Younes Talks Football, Twitter at Talks Football, and TikTok at Younes Talks Football. Constant content heading up on there as well, and the second channel link in the description as well, Younes Talks. So much appreciated, and I will see all of you tonight for video number 2. So thank you all so much for watching. Have a good one, people. See you later tonight. Take care and peace.